Hey there, you doers. Are you looking to buy a elliptical and you want to know what you're getting yourself into? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you in detail how to put together an elliptical machine. And this one in particular that I bought is a ProForm Elliptical, and I really enjoy it. And I'm going to show you in this video step by step how to put together. But let me just first, before I get to that, let me show you just high level what the elliptical is made of. So as you can see, the elliptical has the flywheel. It's called the flywheel, and then then there's the pedal arm here. The pedal arm, this is called the pedal arm, and it's connected to the lower body arm and the upper body arm right there. All right, and the pedal arm is connected to the roller arm right here, and this roller arm slides on this track here, and the roller arm is connected to the flywheel, right? So there's a left and right pedal arm, a left and right roller arm, a left and right lower body arm, and a left and right upper body arm. And then we have up here these handlebars and the console. That's pretty much it. So the way it works is when this moves, this causes the roller arm to move like that. So it's pretty straightforward. The mechanism with it works. When you put it together, as I'll show you, you're going to have to put some grease at some of the joint areas. No, and it's not difficult. You'll have to balance this thing, so they recommend having two people. I did it myself, but it's probably safer with two people. And also you can keep each other's morale up. And I'll show you how to put the entire thing together so you can enjoy your elliptical and you can avoid the frustrations. And there's some key things I'm going to show you that I did that I found to be helpful, and some of the frustrations that I had. All right, you doers, enjoy the video, like and subscribe. Let's get fit. We received this ProForm Elliptical that I ordered from ABT, and this is a ProForm Carbon EL. It came really well packaged. I already started removing some pack, but everything's very well packaged. Very pleased. In addition to that, all the parts come in a nice shadow board-like format, so that you can quickly check that you have all the pieces as opposed to in separate bags. The documentation is very clear. When I got it, it's a 19-inch stride length. So one thing I want you to point out here is it tells you that you need to have one Phillips screwdriver, 2 adjustable wrenches, and 1 rubber mallet, and it's a 2-person put together. And the length of the product, for your knowledge, is 5 foot 10 inches, almost 6 feet long, and 2 feet 1 inches wide. So if you want to plan your space, that's the size of it. So I got myself my adjustable wrench using my vice type grip. I'm going to use my Phillips screwdriver here. I love this thing. There's all the little heads on it. I got this in Menards, I think. And I got my rubber mallet. So make sure get your right tools together. I checked my part list right here, so that this list matches what's in here. Really love this layout again. All right, you doers, we're now going to start the assembly of this ProForm Elliptical. Be careful of the staples when you open it. So it has spacers and everything. So it tells you to keep the packaging, but I can't imagine trying to package the way this is packaged now. There's even spacers. So this is well prepared. I think that's a good sign of the quality built into not only the product itself, but also the assembly and thinking about the customer. Looks like the wheel, I think it's the front wheel. I'll look at the manual again just to get an idea of what I'm pulling out. You can start seeing all the items that you're going to need. Okay, so keep going. So from top to bottom, oh, this looks like one of the handles. Another one of the handles. And oh, and it says left. Right here. So it's marked left. Gauche in French for left. Again, more coverage parts. Looks like plastic pieces. Oh, it looks like the screen itself. Okay, here's the screen right here. So, careful, there's a little item here sticking up. Just be careful of that. What else we got? We got another piece. It's like some sort of cup holder. This is this looks like the back portion on the ground. It says Carbon EL on it. I think this is the portion on the back. So this is right. Droite. Droite is right in French. And then, look at that. That's the pedal. Look how wide that is. Big it is. We tried this at the ABT store. It was great. And there's the axis where it rotates on. It's probably all greased up. Here's the other item here, the other leg. It says left or gauche. You know, learn French while you're here. Oh, what's this? Here's some right here. Pull this guy out here. Okay, here it looks like this is the other side of it. All right, this one says left, gauche. All right, look at this. Spin freely. Okay, so now if you look here, that's the main body in here. Right, there's no way I'm lifting this guy out, I don't think. And it's got this wooden part here, which is bolted on top of here to provide extra protection or stability. So I may have to cut the side of the box. That was easy enough. And the other side here. Hey Delaney, you can watch out, girly girl. Gotta get a good assistant like your dog to help you out. See, it just opens up like this. You can see the rest of the elliptical there. This other piece right here. You slide this back out, and you know we can get busy here and assemble it together. Some right here. 2 bags of grease right here. I think comes in these 2 Ziploc bags, 2 separate Ziploc bags of white grease. All right, so now I'm going to remove this portion here and begin to assemble. So basically, what it wants me to do is put packing material on here, which it already has, and then lift it up and screw the back plate in, or the back support in. That's great instruction. Then do the same thing with the front. This is where having additional person is important, because you don't want it to fall over because there is no brace. If you pick this up, it could fall over to one side. So that's important for balance. I think, which is one reason they want 2 people, because they don't want things falling and hurting you and damaging the floor or damaging the equipment. Let's get this out of this area. Let's get this box out of here. Slide this out gently. No need to rush. And I love how this is packaged again, because I can slide this out without damaging anything. So I'm just going to push this back here. Let me just move it a bit here. Watch out for these staples. We use some tape here. Stand it up in fact. Like this. And the next step is to put the back support and the front support in here. In this instruction, they recommend having 2 people doing this. And because it's kind of wobbly, you don't want it falling over. So I'm just going to put this little step thing here, keep it from wobbling on this direction. I can control the other side here myself. So I would recommend, when assembling something like this, to wear gloves. So I bought these at, I think, Menards. They're basically basic utility gloves. Probably should use them when I'm unpacking. You never know if there might be something sharp that might scratch you, but in general, wearing gloves like this provides just a little bit of protection when you're doing any sort of work. It'd be good. It's good just to wear gloves. All right, so let's go and put this piece on here. This piece right here. So this is going to go back here. It has a little handle on it. Basically, it's going to slide into this groove here. It's M10, 115 millimeter, and then they have 2 different size Allen wrenches. Awesome. So I'll put the small one back in here so I don't lose it. This is quite high up. So let me lift this up. Let me put this cardboard in here. There you go. Again, you don't want to scratch your floor. I'm just going to take this out. And I'm going to slide this in to this little slot under here. There's 2 holes here. Slide this under like that. Put it in there. Now I'm just going to put these screws in here. These bolts I mean. Turn it by hand till it tightens a little bit. Same with this one here. Turn it by hand. Tightens. Take this Allen wrench. Move it the long way. That way it can just keep spinning. There you go. And now it tightens pretty easily. And I hope this video is helping you out. If you do like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. YouDoers, helping you get things done. So here, so you can see this part is done here. Now we'll do the other side. Part number 6 has a wheel in the front, right? So there's 2 screws, bolt openings here, and these 2 little stands, I'll call them. I'm not sure what the right term is. So you know that goes down. So it would attach like this to the front. That way when you tilt it up, if you tilted it up, you could use these rollers to move it like a short distance. These again are the long bolts here. So that I'll be done with those. And I'm going to lift this up and slide this other cardboard there so it's a little lower to the ground and I can access it. So this side's a little heavier in the back. So let me see if I can slide this under here like this. Alright, it slides well under there. That's good. And so just be careful. I'm going to lift it up and put this piece of wood underneath here so I can lower it down. See if I can, there you go. So I'm going to lift this up with this board. Okay, so I lifted up a little with this cardboard. You can't see me, but I lifted up with the cardboard here. This had these boards at the top, compressed boards, compressed wood. So I slid that under to provide support. And we can slide this out. Okay, it slides right out. Look at that. Okay, and actually this is nice because it's elevated now, right here slightly, just slightly. That's all I need. So then take this piece here and slide it underneath. It's actually perfect. Now it comes with these boards, right? And so it's actually nice. First I slid this cardboard in there, then I put this board underneath, and I was able to, I lifted it up just a little bit and slid this nice board underneath, and that would allow me to easily screw this in. All right, that was a great find. I'm just going to screw these into the hole. So now you have to play with this a bit because now you have to line up the holes with whatever's behind there. So just put it through and then line it up. There you go. The other one, and now I'm just going to take this Allen wrench, the bigger one, same one as the other side, and start screwing that in like this. All right. I did that safely. All right, that's pretty good. That's solid. I'm gonna make sure you can lift it up first, okay? Before you pull out the wood and lower it down slowly, pull out the piece, and all right. So we got that phase done. This is great. We've got the main stand. It's stable, and now we can build. We got the strong foundation, and we can build the rest up. So I'm gonna remove this thing here, this piece of wood. It's tied in by the bolts up here, so I'm just going to move this. Now I'm attaching these roller arms. So you want to make sure that this plastic piece, or whatever it is inserted into B, and which is inserted to C. So same here. So it's where these rotate. So that's good. It's saying important. Okay, so then just inspect your equipment here. Okay, so basically I'm going to attach this right here to this crank arm right here. It's this little arm that spins. Right, so right here I'm going to attach that like that. I'm going to attach it in here. There's a little cap right now. And then I'm going to rest this on there. So what happens is when it rolls, it moves like this. See that? So it goes around. Greasy probably. So elastic band slides right off. Throw that over here. Alright, so now I'm going to take this, put it right onto the bar here. This is probably where they say to have a rubber hammer. Just tap it in there. Again, you doers, hope you're finding this helpful. If you like this, please like and subscribe. So I think the key thing is that, one, I can see it coming out the other side here, pretty flush almost, and this roller's really well lined up here. So if I need to adjust it, I'll do that later. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Turn it like this so it's facing, this roller's facing the elliptical, and I'm going to do that as well. Then you take your rubber hammer, watch your fingers, I don't know why this side is a little more challenging. Hold this up like this. Keep it even. There you go. So when you do this, it's good to hold it up, maybe in the air. And then, so it's not, because if it's laying down, it might create a little, not be straight when it's pushing against, or even resting on it. It's already at an angle, which, yeah, that's good, right there. Let's see what happens here. Alright, see how that works? Beautiful. Alright, so here's the crank cover. It says to put it, put it like, so it's concave. As opposed to, it's like a hat, right? So that the top of the hat is, put this in here like this. So it's this little crank cover and this screw. Right, bolt or screw. Then I'm going to just slide it on top here like this. So start tightening it by hand. And just tighten it up. There you go. I can show you what I did here. I just basically took this crank cover with this screw bolt here, this screw I guess you could say, and I put this over here, and I just screwed it into the center and tightened it using this other Allen wrench that it came with. All right, it doesn't go flush at the end here. There will be a gap, okay, between this cover and the arm, so that's okay, because it is concave, or that concave, so it's like a hat resting on it. Okay, so now we're going to put this top portion on here. You want to avoid pinching the upper wire. Okay, just be careful with these parts here that stick out. These parts are going to face away, so towards the front. These are the bolts that are already pre-attached. And this is the wire you don't want to pinch. There's a little hole here so that a little indentation allows the wire not to be pinched, but careful with this step. And then I got 2 additional bolts here that will fit in the front, in the back, once I get this piece in. Okay, so I'm going to slide this right into this piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in like this here. You see that? Okay. There's a wire. I was like, what is this wire tied to the bottom? You're supposed to tie it to this and pull it through, right? Through this hole here. Okay, so you don't want to put the screw in here until you undo this. Okay, so let me So this is balancing right now because it's basically leaning back. So now you just gotta turn this. You could actually probably cut it, but I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna show you something in a second here. Okay, so let me show you something else. So this wire, let me zoom back out a bit. Okay, so this wire comes out up here. Comes out right up here. Right there. Okay, so this wire here is connected to that wire at the base. Right, so when I pull it, you can see it, it's moving. Okay, so this is going to be used, this wire is going to be, we're going to use this wire to pull the white wire through here. It's going to connect to the console, right? The wire is going to connect to the console. In this arm, you're going to have this wire down here, right here, and you're going to want to detach it before you put the bolt in. Remove this out of the way first. Pull this out. Okay, but you don't want to pull it out because completely. There we go. So easier to grip and less pressure on your fingers. Just put this in here. Just do not fully tighten the screws yet. Doesn't tell you, the instructions don't tell you about this wire until after you're supposed to put this in a little bit. So, and if you don't tighten all the way, you're still have to get it out. But it's good to know that what this is for. So now I'm gonna tie this to this white wire 110, and undo this here. This tied with a wire here. So this is the how to make it connect ultimately. There's how to align the dots, push into your click. So that's, I'll keep that over there. So I'm just going to leave this cover on for now because I'm passing it through. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to tie it, twist tie it to the head of this wire. Okay, and then I'm going to just basically grab this end of the wire and start feeding it through. Try to not twist it. And I'm going to put it in this hole here. And I'm going to gradually, slowly pull it up. There might be a little bit of resistance. Try not to tangle the wire up a bit. Because this is a pretty thick wire. So, need to pull this up here. It's coming out the top. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now it's sticking out the top there, as you can see. I pulled it up with this wire until it came out the top right there. So there you go. So now you just take this and fasten it so that it doesn't slide back down. So you can just wind this around one of the arms. And we're good. Doesn't say in the instructions, at least I can't see, to tighten these because it said don't tighten them completely. I think that was so that you can get the wire out, but it doesn't, I'm trying to read ahead to see if it says to tighten them. So I'm just going to tighten these now, clockwise, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright, pretty good. Alright, I'm happy with that. Next thing I'm going to do is get a pivot spacer right here. And you're going to put this on this number 4, which you're going to also grease as well. I'm going to add some grease to this axle number 4. And then I'm going to slide this spacer, which comes in the package, here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Right, these are symmetrical. They're just spacers. They're already a little greased up, I think. Right? But it's really nice that they covered it with this, almost like this baking paper. Feels like baking paper here. So, I got a little paper bag. I got a little paper bag here to put the plastic in. I don't want some grease on the floor. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on. Just doing this. Maybe I'll put some plastic gloves on. I don't really want to get grease on my gloves. Alright, so I'm going to use a rubber glove here. A couple rubber gloves. I can reuse them for the next one. I'll just use some rubber just so they don't get in my hands, and then I'll use this plastic to wipe it. I just said a small amount of grease, no specifics. This is like a Ziploc bag. Like, thought this was a Ziploc bag. I thought it was a Ziploc bag. It's not. I don't think. I can't open it, but I'm going to use a pair of. Just going to cut it open in the corner. It's hard. Okay. So now I'm going to take this little bit of grease. Do you know grease is made from oil? Let me just put that on there like that. Let me put my little bag. See how this works here. Grease it all up. So grease reduces friction, which is key. That looks good. I don't want to run out too. Alright, so that's a good amount. I don't know, it's pretty well done. I think as long as it's covered pretty well. Okay, that's good. I think that's a good amount of grease. Yeah. Really good. Where I'm going to put these spacers, which are right here. There's two of them, and it comes in this great blister pack again right here. So I greased it up with the grease. Just put a moderate amount, little amount on there. You'll know when it's enough. I'm just going to slide this on there, onto both sides, like one on there, one on there. It slides pretty well. Good. Yep, it slides. This is one of the brackets right here. Oops. So now this is the bracket. As you can see, it's got this like end like this here, and then this other end that goes upwards. So you want this end facing. It's like almost like a digger, like a shovel facing towards the back. So you want, so this portion here needs to be slightly angled outwards because the handle is going to come here. You don't want it, if I put it on the wrong side, it would be facing inward. So I'm just going to take where it says left. This is the left side when I'm standing on the item. I'm just going to slide it on here to the greased portion. Okay, so let me show you now how to attach this arm. What happened was I didn't realize my video, my card had run out of space, and so I ended up attaching everything. Realized I hadn't recorded this, so you can see the right arm is actually on here. But now I'm going to just show you again how you attach this. You make sure it says that this is the left one, which it does, and then just slide this on here like this. Right, you should slide with the grease on there. And then it comes with, in the blister pack, comes with the bolt and a washer. And you put that in the end here like this. It just fastens in there. I hand tighten it at first just to get it in place. And what this arm is going to do, it's going to actually attach to the pedal at the bottom. I'm going to footrest. I'm going to tighten this with my hand for as much as I can. You can see it swings pretty freely with that little amount of grease. Tighten this in here like this. And use there you go. There you go. It's now tightened. So youdoers, hopefully it's helpful to you. If it is, please like and subscribe so I can help you get things done. All right. The next step is to attach what we're going to do next is we're going to attach the pedal arms on here. So let's do the left one first. So again, it's marked left, gauche, right here in the bottom. These are pretty heavy. So these, again, fit pretty obvious which side is which. I'm going to put this pedal alarm on here. Here's getting pretty heavy. So now here you're going to have to apply grease again. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to attach the pedal arm to the roller arm. And first thing I need to do is add some grease to this point right here, which I'm going to insert into the roller arm. Then I'm going to add this retainer and this screw to it. And when you put the retainer in, make sure that the concave portion, the flat portion faces the pedal arm, and the concave portion faces the screw. So we'll do that in a minute. Put a little grease on there. Grease it up. Just put enough grease on there. Put this back in the bag here. And then we're going to slide this in like this. Slide it in, slide the pedal arm in. So, slides in. Alright. There we go. As you can see, the shape of the pedal, the wall faces the center. Again, get the bolt and the retainer. Just put the flat end next to the roller arm here, and then it goes into the roller side of the roller arm, and then get your tool. What is it? It's this one. Gloves back on here. So tighten the pedal arm to the roller arm using the Allen wrench. You can change the direction of the Allen wrench, like depending on how much leverage you need. Tight, very tight. Go. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to have to fasten this pedal arm to the body arm. Like that. And we'll get the right pieces for that now. We can attach this piece here and this piece here. So that's how it's going to work. Now we're going to attach the pedal arm to the body arm here. The upper body leg, or whatever we want to call this, and we're going to use this pedal arm axle. So now we're going to apply grease to this one, insert this in here, and then we're going to use another bolt, screw, and a washer to fasten that. We'll do the same thing with the other side. Just get some grease and put the grease on here on this. Put the grease on the pedal arm axle, just like enough on there like this, and then slide that in here. Just going to line it up a little bit. I want to go sideways here, let's see. Okay, so you want to line this up here, so it's good to just look from the side, and it should slide right in. There you go. Slides right in. Just line it up and slide it in. And then you got to get your screw and your washer. And from the blister pack, this is a bolt kind of screw, so then put that in the side. This also has a bolt on the other end, so it lines up. You can tighten them with two. If this start with the other side starts turning, you have two. That's why it mentions having two wrenches. You just use two wrenches. I got a vice grip here. You can turn either one, so it's right and tight. Lefty loose. Hold one, turn the other one. Okay, that should be it. Okay. This should move freely, like this. Alright, now we just do the other side. So now this is how it looks when you've attached the pedal arm to the roller arm and the body arm. And then now we'll do the other side. We're attaching the right pedal arm now to the roller arm, like we did on the other side. You can see I'm using the Allen wrench on the short end so you have more leverage. And when I slid the arm in, I made sure it was on the ground and then it would lift it up into the body arm. So after you finish putting the arms on the pedal arms, you go back and fasten these bolts, these 4 bolts here. And I guess it gives you, having it loose, it gives you a little leeway in terms of adjusting the fit of the pedal arm. But once you're done and all the pedal arms attached to the body arm and the roller arm, you can firmly fasten these other 4 bolts. Now we're going to attach the console to the panel here, and we're going to attach this wire to the back of the console. There's 2 attachment places, a small one, a large one. You use the large one, you don't use the small one. So just uncover the console, the wire tip. Okay, so now we're gonna attach the console to the main body, and on the back of your console is are 2 plugs. You attach the plug from the wire, the white wire, into the large one. Tuck the rest of it in, either into the body or into the console. So then you want to be careful. You want to loosen this wire here. Don't drop it back in, or else you have to go retrieve it again. So just be careful. Hold on to the wire end, the plug. Hold on to this plug, and then plug in your console in the back here. And then it'll snap in. Tuck the rest in. It seems pretty tight. And then just rest it on here. You may have to actually undo the wire again. Then don't forget to undo this little the wire used to pull up the console, and then just put the console on here, and there's a little indentation. It'll fit in pretty well. And then you have 4 screws. Attach the 4 screws in the back. Use the Phillips screwdriver. Just have to be patient lining it up. They seem to be a little difficult going in, but maybe because I didn't have them lined up properly. But I got them in. It's pretty solid. And now I'm going to finish off with this panel here. Alright, so now I'm going to put this on. This goes on the back like this. Basically, it goes in the back of the panel to cover and make it look good. Just connects like this to the back. Just connects back here like this to make it look better. So I'm going to fasten those. And now I'm going to attach this water cup holder thing. This goes right on this bar here. Just fits around here, and you place it and tight that with 2 screws. So it's pretty simple. Alright, the last piece you need to put on is the upper body arm. And actually, when I first put this on, I put them on upside down like this. So be careful, make sure they are upright. So take the left one, slide it in, and there'll be 2 holes. Just put those in and just bolt them in. Got a locking nut. Just make sure it's tight enough. When you're doing this, make sure it's tight, because then you're going to cover it with a plastic cover, which you'll have to remove if you want to retighten it. So just line those up. Do the same thing with the other side, and you are done. And then hold with one end. Hold the locking nut with one end. The original video, because when I put these arms on first, I did it incorrectly on this left side. I put the right side on correctly, but I put the left side on incorrectly. I want to show you something to watch out for. But basically you put these two bolts in here and you have a locking nut on the bottom here in this case. On the other side it's the opposite, the locking nut goes on top. So it's a key thing to remember. There's a little picture here which I'll show you, because at first I thought I had damaged it, but that was not the case. I thought I had screwed it on so hard that the top of the bolt had gone into the actual metal, but that was not the case. It's designed on one side for the locking nut to fit in there. So let me show you that. Okay, here it is close up. So this is where you attach the upper body arm to the lower body arm, all right? And so if you look here, and this is the right body arm, upper body arm. There's a picture here that shows this is the locking nut, which is right here, as you can see. And what this is showing is that the locking nut should fit into the groove, not be on top of the groove. And what does that mean? So if you look under here, you can see closely. This actually, right here, is there's actually a groove cut out in the metal. So this actually fits into this similarly shaped groove, almost like, you know, like they say a square peg doesn't fit in a round hole. This is a hexagon, and this fits into the hexagonal cutout in the joint here. Same as down here. Okay, I don't know so that's one thing to know, is that in the picture, this will the locking nut will fit into that groove, and as you tighten it, it'll go into the groove. And so what is different about the other side is this locking nut goes on the top. Okay, so let me show you the left side. So this is the right side. You go over to the left body arm, you'll see, as you can see there, the locking nut fits into that groove. Okay, I'm not sure if I did this one perfectly. Yep, that fits in pretty good there too. So what happened when I initially did it was I put the bolt through the top, and if you watch the video just previously, if you watch that, you'll see me put the bolt on the top and the locking nut on the bottom on the left hand side, and that was incorrect because I noticed it would never tighten properly, and I thought, oh well, it's just loose, that's good enough. But then I figured out what was going on, and there's a similar picture over here. Okay, so this picture with the locking nut is right there, telling you that that should fit in there. This other part here, this is where I scraped it up trying to tighten it so hard, so I just put a marker and I cleaned it up a bit. But anyways, that's a key thing. So when you put these upper body arms on, the right one and the left one, in terms of the bolts, are not the same. Again, on the right side, the bolt goes through the top and the locking nuts on the bottom. On the left side, the locking nuts on top and the bolt goes through the bottom. Or whatever may be the case, just look where the grooves are to fit, that are shaped like a hexagon to fit the locking nut. So I think that'll save you a lot of aggravation. And then you know, even with the damage here, you can cover, it comes with covers, and simply 2 screws that cover this and the bottom portion of the, covers that and this, right? So just screw that in and it looks good. All right, so now, so I did complete the my elliptical. I have it in the corner of our living room, and as you can see, it's really we enjoy it very much. It works very well, so I do recommend this elliptical, especially at the price point. And hopefully this video was helpful to you. I walked through the whole thing for you to see how to put it together. And please like and subscribe, and I'll bring you more of these videos.